Good morning, liveweatherblogs.com meteorologist Bob Acanfrio with today's tropical update for Monday, June 27, 2011. What we have going on today, we are watching a area of kind of a broad area of low pressure over the Yucatan this morning. Right now, the National Hurricane Center gives us about a 20% chance of formation, and that's in the next 24 to 48 hours. After that, it'll definitely in the next couple days get into the Bay of Campeche, and that's when we really could see some development here before it runs into the central Mexican coastline. Possibility of definitely a pretty good possibility of a tropical depression, maybe enough time for a tropical storm. Under the right conditions, things could really ramp up pretty quickly here, and conditions are going to get more favorable in the next 48 to 72 hours. So if it has enough time, definitely has a chance we might get our first named system of the Atlantic season. We'll have to watch that. Unfortunately for the United States, this does not look like it's going to bring any drought relief, especially for Texas. It looks like it's going to stay too far south, and the drought goes on for Texas. But anyway, 20% chance right now, and again, we should see those levels up a little bit in the next 24 to 48 hours. When it gets into the Bay of Campeche, we definitely should see an invest out of this system probably in the next 24 to 48 hours as well. So definitely looking forward to see what will happen as it moves into the Bay of Campeche. Looking at the satellite view this morning, this is the current visible satellite, and you can see here the broad low-level center is probably located right about here in the western part of the Yucatan right now. Upper-level winds are still unfavorable. We have about 20 to 30 knots of northwest shear right now blowing onto this system. That is going to change. Wind shear is going to lessen here in the Bay of Campeche the next couple days, and as this system moves into here, we could see slow development. And like I said, possibly a tropical depression here in the next 48 to 72 hours. You can see a lot of moisture still streaming towards Florida. They've benefited from this setup the last 3 to 4 days here as the drought conditions are starting to ease across Florida. The rest of the Gulf Coast states, unfortunately, are staying fairly dry, and especially across Texas, and no relief there anytime soon. Looking at the water vapor loop here, and you can see that trough still, even though it's weakening over Florida, still hanging tough, and that's still streaming this tropical moisture across Florida. So the next 2 days, still going to keep getting those thunderstorms across Florida here. Again, Texas, Louisiana, this whole area here still pretty dry. And again, we're going to watch our system get into the Bay of Campeche here the next couple days and possibly develop. Right now, again, conditions aren't that favorable, but that's going to change in the next few days. And again, here's our wind shear map, and this just shows you wind shear is bad for systems. To put it in layman terms, I know a lot of people watch it and look at these videos and like, what the heck is all this stuff? But this is you never want to see 30 to 40 knots of wind shear blowing this anywhere across the system here in the tropics. It's not going to develop. What's going to happen here? This wind shear is going to lift out, and we're going to get into a lighter wind shear here in the Bay of Campeche here in the next couple days, and that'll help possibly develop this system. What do we have across the rest of the tropics this morning? Really nothing to really look at. You would think, whoa, what's this? Is this going to develop? No, this is a tropical wave interacting with an upper level low. Definitely bringing a lot of rainfall across Puerto Rico today, and this will spread westward towards the Dominican Republic and Haiti in the next couple days. But this will not develop. This is an upper level system. The rest of the tropics pretty quiet. Again, this is only the end of June here. We don't expect to be looking out into the Atlantic yet. Our focus, and definitely for the next couple weeks into the beginning of July, will continue to be in this area, Western Caribbean, Southern Gulf of Mexico here. We're going to continue to see this monsoonal trough in here. We'll keep getting little pieces of energy moving across here, tropical waves moving east to west here, and possibly interacting with this monsoonal trough. MJL looks really good for the next 2 to 3 weeks. So again, we'll be watching this area. Will some of this moisture, could this move north? That's what we want. I'm going to show you in a little bit the extended forecast, and boy, this pattern continues here, and it doesn't look good for getting anything moving north, unfortunately, there. So looking at the models, what are they going to do with our system? GFS has a weak system. a little farther south here. Then I'm going to show you the Euro next, and the Canadian has it a little farther north. But a weak system. This is 72 hours out. Again, high pressure to the north, not letting this system move north, unfortunately. Euro model the same way, though a little farther north. You'd expect the system to go a little farther north. I've seen in the last few days high pressure here, especially across Florida. This trough has kind of stayed a little stronger, has stayed intact a little longer. So you expect the system probably to go just a little farther north, getting towards the central Mexican coast in about 72 hours. Give or take north or south of the Tampico area. And that's probably where this system's going to end up landing here. Again, everybody keeps it pretty weak. Tropical depression. Canadian model brings it close to a tropical storm here. And again, this is all within about 72 hours. So that's what we'll expect this system to do in the next few days. And the main thing will be heavy rainfall across central Mexico. It's going to be kind of a slow mover, especially once it gets close to the Mexican coast. And it's still a good possibility of seeing our first tropical storm of the Atlantic season in the next 72 hours. Looking ahead at the MJO, like I said, what you want to see for upward motion, you want to see it on the 1 to 8 quadrant here. So it's starting to, a lot of the models are still bringing it in our area of the world here where we like to see upward motion. And this is going to continue again for the next few weeks and even into the beginning of July here. You want to see green means go, if you want to put it in layman terms again for people that really don't understand these maps too well. And you're going to see upward motion basically pretty much holding its own here in the Western Caribbean through the beginning of July. So again, that's going to be the area to focus on still if we get a named system. Unfortunately, I'm just showing you one long-term model here. This is the GFS 10 days out. You can see high pressure still in control. We've seen this pattern for months on end here. So again, if anything develops down here, it's going to make this move just like this system is going currently more towards Mexico. Still trying to get something to come up into the Gulf, really relieve some of these drought conditions. That really doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. So that's unfortunate there, but hopefully we'll break it soon, this drought, and very bad in Texas. And Florida getting a little relief. Like I said, the next 2 to 3 days, definitely getting more relief, and hopefully that'll continue. That's it for my tropical update today. I will have another update probably tomorrow, especially if our system gets going in the Bay of Campeche. If not, I've been doing these updates every few days. Have a good day.